The episode opens with Mark showing up at Art's place, admitting he killed someone who was possessed and stopping him saved lives. But the man himself was innocent. And that's what's messing with Mark. He can't shake the feeling that doing the right thing still made him a killer. What really scares him, though, is what came after. When someone threatened Oliver, Mark almost killed again, but this time out of pure anger. The only thing that stopped him was seeing the fear on Oliver's face. That moment hits hard because for the first time, Mark sees himself the way others might see him, and it looks a lot like Omni-Man. He even says it out loud. He thinks he's becoming his father. Art tries to ground him, reminding him that Omni-Man never questioned himself, never felt guilt. The fact that Mark is struggling this much proves he's still different, still human. Mark doesn't fully buy it though. He even tries to give up the suit, saying he doesn't deserve it anymore. But Art isn't having that. He tells him if he's not ready to wear it, fine. But that doesn't change who he is. And then he reveals something important, a redesigned suit waiting for when Mark is ready to come back. Before Mark can even process that, he gets pulled into something way bigger. That leads into Mark's Underrealm storyline. He suddenly gets dragged into what is basically hell. At first he's confused, but things get serious fast. Damien Darkblood explains what's going on. Volcanica has taken over and is about to unleash the Vile, creatures so dangerous they could wipe out Earth completely. Mark's first reaction is to refuse. He's already struggling with his own morality, and now he's being asked to help demons, help Satan. It doesn't sit right with him. But Damien breaks it down in a way that really messes with Mark's view of the world. Apparently, humanity only exists because demons once protected it. The Vile are way worse than anything Mark has faced. And Satan isn't just some evil ruler. He's part of the balance keeping everything from collapsing. So now it's not good versus evil anymore, it's survival. Even then, Mark hesitates. He doesn't trust himself to make the right call anymore. But Damien makes it clear. There are no better options. If Mark walks away, everyone dies. So Mark agrees, but with one condition: he won't kill. From there, things shift into the mission to retrieve Satan's crown. Mark and Damien descend into this massive pit to recover it, since no demon is strong enough to survive the drop. On the way down, they even get into a philosophical conversation about heaven, and Damien basically tells him it doesn't exist the way humans think. There is no perfect system, just power, survival, and consequences. At the bottom, they're attacked by Cerberus. This fight is brutal, but it's also important. It shows that Mark still has control. He's not just raging out, he fights smart, protects Damien, and wins without losing himself. He grabs the crown, and for a second, it feels like they've turned things around. Then Satan shows up, takes it back, and immediately powers up like crazy, celebrating in the most chaotic way possible. That brings us to the final battle with Volcanica. She's been planning this the whole time, even manipulating events so Satan would get his power back, just so she could take it from him. Everything falls apart fast. Damien gets overwhelmed, Satan gets captured, and Volcanica is seconds away from winning and unleashing the Vile. And this is where Mark steps in and attacks her from behind, because he knows what happens if he doesn't act. This time, he makes the decision fully aware of what it means, and he kills her. Volcanica dies, but not before warning that this isn't over, that what's coming can't be stopped forever. Even with the victory, things don't feel like a win. The demons go right back to containing the Vile, basically torturing them to keep them locked away. It's a reminder that there is no clean solution here, just endless sacrifice. Then we get Damien Darkblood's arc. After everything, Satan offers him a place back in the Underrealm, recognizing his loyalty. But Damien turns it down. Instead, he chooses to return to Earth and act as a watcher, kind of bridging both worlds. It's a big shift for him, less about serving, more about observing, and maybe even protecting. Back on Earth, things don't exactly get easier with Eve's storyline. She opens up to William and reveals she's pregnant, and she has no idea what to do. She's overwhelmed, scared, and not ready to tell Mark yet. At the same time, Mark's personal life keeps shifting. He returns home to another major change. His mother Debbie announces she's selling the house and moving in with Paul. Mark is caught off guard, but ultimately supports her decision, even as it adds to his growing sense of instability. The episode closes by bringing Mark and Eve back together. He admits he's not okay, but maybe he's starting to move towards something better. Just as Eve prepares to tell him about the pregnancy, they're abruptly interrupted by Nolan and Alan telling Mark the time for war is upon us. A post-credit scene shows Damien back on Earth and learning from Satan that Volcanica is still pursuing a war on the surface world.